We're really looking forward to a good interactive session today. So we want you to participate because this is an opportunity for New Zealand Asian leaders to add value to New Zealand, business, economy, to those who are trying to do good things in this country regarding the digital behaviour of the growing Asian consumer market. I don't think there's anybody here who is not here because they think it's an irrelevant question. It's a really relevant question for many of us. It's about market share. The market's changed. We've got to change the way we communicate with them. Many of us are still communicating in the same way we've always communicated. The trouble is that the customers are no longer there. So we've got a range of experts today to speak to you. They've faced these challenges themselves. They've got some good strategies at work. So feel free to ask questions. But also they've developed some real expertise in the area. So first up, we've got two key speakers and we're going to take some questions, and then I am going to hand the podium over to Fran O'Sullivan, who is Head of Business, and she's going to run a panel. So we're hoping that for this to be very interactive. Feel free to put up your hand and ask questions. So of course we're very fortunate today to have Jane Hastings, who's the CEO of NZME, and of course they're a primary sponsor of New Zealand Asian Leaders. In terms of first mover advantage, they understood very early that this was an important space to be in. So Jane, of course, has had extensive experience in anything to do with comms marketing. She's led in this space. Very significantly, she has worked in these roles in Japan, Singapore and Hong Kong. And in fact, when we were hatching Cultural Bridge, which is a joint venture between NZME and Palmer, I think we called it Operation Tokyo because Japan is a favourite spot of both of ours. And then we will have Ziena Jalil speaking. Ziena is now a New Zealand Asian Leader established member, but just look at her expertise. In the last 10 years, she's been Regional Director, South and Southeast Asia for Education, New Zealand. She's been New Zealand Trade Commissioner in Singapore, and she's been Head of North Asia Marketing and Communications for New Zealand Trade and Enterprise. So what they're going to do is they're going to give you the value of their expertise, the value of their analysis, the value of their insights. Insights you can't get unless you're at the coalface and actually doing this. And so can I just welcome Jane to the podium, and Ziena, you'll follow, and then we'll open for questions. Thank you.
Hi, welcome everybody. It's great to have you here at our new home that we call NZME Central. Now this is something that's impromptu, but I always do it, and I'm going to say if anyone would like a tour around NZME Central to see how we now work, I would welcome that. Because what we've been doing over the last year and a half is basically reconstructing the way we believe a future media business should operate. Sorry everybody, do we have a clicker? Oh, you're doing it for me. I'm a control freak. So we have been on a journey, and we really believe that audiences are at the centre of what we do as a media business. We're nothing without audiences. And to be a really effective media company in New Zealand, that means catering, understanding and delivering media solutions to all New Zealanders. That was the primary reason why we joined NZAL, and it's why we have launched Cultural Bridge and Ethnic Media. You know, we all know the stats. I'm not going to dictate them to you about how Auckland is growing and diversifying. And we felt that in order to be a true media company, we had to grow with that. Forward. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, everybody. The screens are in front, the clicker's over there, and I'm here. It's all right. So as part of our journey, you know, I have spent 8 years in Asia, and I think the key insight that I want to share is that it's all digital, and it has been for at least 10 years. And whilst in the New Zealand market we are still quite fragmented in the way that we consume media, I would say that Auckland is a metro market Other markets, Wellington, Christchurch are larger regional markets, and then we have provincial markets. And in New Zealand, we have very fragmented behaviour with media. We know that because we have 26 local sites across the country that are catered to deliver media in the right way to those audiences so we can grow those audiences. But when we look at the Asian audience, it's all digital. When I was in Japan, and this was, my gosh, I don't even want to say it, almost 10 years ago, I was scanning my groceries, I was going to the supermarket, I was putting that scan through, and away we went, and I was scanning the special in the paper to get that. We haven't got there yet in New Zealand, but at NZME we want to prepare because we know what's coming. In order to do that, a first thing that we've done is gone out and tied up the number of partners. But before I get there, I just wanted to play a little video and also thank Gavin Yang and Anne Cow, who are also Asian Leader members, for participating in this Insights. I was looking, thank you. And I can't see Gavin. Is Gavin here? Gavin here? You'll get to meet Gavin in no time at all on the screen. So I'm just going to play just a little bit of insights around how this market is consuming media in New Zealand.
The Asian ethnicity is the fastest growing ethnicity in New Zealand, forecasted to grow to 14% of New Zealand's population and 27% of Auckland by 2021. To this point, we need to make sure that our brands and campaigns are communicating with all consumers.
35%的第一代中国移民，他们不会说英语或者阅读英文。
We prefer our news to come from local sources, but find ourselves more motivated to watch or listen to if it's presented in our own language.
The most important thing to us is that the news comes from credible, trusted brands.
Old and young, we are a culture that thrives on efficiency, so we have taken quickly to the digital world with 86% of us going online.
Of those 86%, 93% of us are online more than once a day. 86% of us are on social media platforms more than once a day.
35%的中国第一代移民不讲和写英语。
So what are we doing about helping our customers connect with these audiences? Well, we have reached out to all of the key Asian media in the market. A lot of them are here today, and I'm sure that you'll network with them while they are here. We understand that our job is to communicate to the audiences that we're familiar with, but to build the expertise, let's bring in the media companies that truly understand their audiences. So how we operate is we have hired two very lovely people. One was already with us. Ewan, can you please stand up? So Ewan is our single point of contact. That's his working name. Welcome. So Ewan is the person within NZME that can connect not only all of the media that we connect with our 3.1 million New Zealanders, but as a single point of contact to connect with the growing ethnic Asian audiences and ensure that a client's brief can be translated across those channels as a single point of contact to make it easy for clients to connect with the greater New Zealand audience. Carolyn Lui, you can stand up too, is our head of operations in this space and is also driving this area. So we are really building our armour and really connecting with the community by connecting with the media experts in this space, partnering with them so we can share learnings and build the appropriate solutions together. That will also feed into the content we create. You might see in the future Chinese Herald online, who knows? Things like that, so that we make sure that we are really feeding content across platforms and into these markets. And we are really proud to be doing this. We see the importance and we're really enjoying participating with the partners that we are with right now. I'm improvising because I cannot see one of these slides. So if I've connected with them, that's terrific. We've got partners we're working with. Tick. Next slide. That's it. Yeah. So, look, I'm here, I'll be here for the entire evening. Please reach out to Ewan and Carolyn. I would love to take you through a tour through here. News, sport and entertainment, business, lifestyle, food, fashion. That's how we've reorganised this business. We no longer look at channel, we look at content. What is going to connect with these audiences? And we have every single channel that fits around that to deliver that. And with the partners that we've extended with and the great talent that we've brought into the business, we'd love to talk to you about how we can help you reach this market. And believe me, it'll be a purely digital brief.
Thank you.